Hey everyone, my name is Heba and welcome back. I like to try the new makeup that I got that was in my haul video. I've been trying them out for a couple weeks now, but instead of doing a foundation video, an eyeshadow video, an eye primer video, I thought I might just put them all in one video and give you some information about the product, let you know if I like it or not, especially the ones that I've been trying now for a couple weeks. So what I'll be trying are 2 eyeshadow primers, do one in each eye. An eyeshadow palette that is new to me. One of you guys graciously sent me this eyeshadow palette by Lorac. A color corrector, concealer, a primer by Chanel. This is the new matte primer. A foundation that's new to me, the one by Mercier. Maybe a brow pencil, the new blush from Haus Labs, the face palette by Sydney Grace, lip oil from Clarins, and I guess that's it, I think. The other products that were in that haul video, I did do a dedicated video for those products, so I won't be, showing them here. I just want to concentrate on the other things that I wasn't able to do a dedicated video on. Let me go ahead and show you the eyeshadow palette. It's by Lorac and it's the Fairy Tale Forest. One of y'all did mention if I could do a look with this palette, and I figured this would be a good time to try it. And one of you, you know who you are, sent me this palette. I haven't tried Lorac since, gosh, maybe 5 years ago. And the one that I remembered is the Unzipped Gold. I believe that's the name of it. I decluttered that palette long time ago. So it's nice to try this brand again. Let me go ahead and show you the outside cover. And here's what the back looks like. It does have cardboard packaging with a magnetic closure and a mirror inside. And here are the shades in the Fairy Tale Forest. Now, I honestly do not know when this palette came out, but I do like the shades in here. It does look like a Fairy Tale Forest. Now I can find this on the Ulta website, and this palette does cost $39. So this is inspired by the breathtaking sensation of sun rays peeking through the evergreens. From rustic sequoias to ethereal bronzes and deep clays, these universally flattering shades are enriched by every skin tone. So you do get 18 nature-inspired shades in this palette with glittery shimmers, metallics, and buttery mattes. So let me go ahead and swatch this for you guys so I can also see what it looks like. Now it does have a card in here with the names on it, but of course it's kind of small for my eyesight. So I'm going to look online here. So let's go ahead and start with the top row, which is Birch, very creamy, and it's a soft tan matte. Let me blend that out. Oh yeah, that's very pretty. Next we have Oak, which is a beige cream matte. Yeah, and you can see that it is that creamy formula comparing to this one has more of a powdery formula. Next we have Earth, which is a warm brown matte. Rosewood, a soft eggplant matte. Don't see it much as an eggplant because I think of eggplant as like a deep purple. This looks more kind of rosy and mauve, a cool tone shade. Next we have Mushroom, which is a grayish brown matte. Another cool tone shade. And then the last one is Fog, a smoky gray matte. All right, I have to say that a lot of these do lean cool, but they are pigmented and very smoothing on my arm. So now let's go to the middle row with a lot of the metallics and shimmers. Let's start with this first one, which is North Star, and it's a soft baby pink shimmer. Oh wow, that is very bright, like the North Star. All right, Lorac, look at you. Now the next shade, I know I'm not gonna pronounce it right. Como Rebi, and this one's a pearl shimmer. That one's very pretty. You can see that it has a little bit more of a peachiness to it compared to North Star. Next is Enchanted. It's a bronze with golden olive shimmer. Okay, I don't see much of an olive in this shade. I see more of a bronze shade. Butterfly, which is a golden pink shimmer. Okay, I do see some pink and kind of like a pearl in there too. This one is Wind, a forest green with golden shimmer. Oh no, my wrist bone. Now that's a pretty forest green, look at that. And then the last one, Redwood, which is a true terracotta matte. Let's go to the bottom row and start with Folklore, which is a champagne shimmer. Pine, which is a soft copper metallic. Oh, that one's pretty too. Grove is a toasted golden brown metallic. Look at those 3 metallic shades right there. This is Wildflower, a rich plum with golden shimmer. Oh, that's pretty. I know. Excuse my little knuckles there. Between my wrist and my knuckles and my veins. Okay, where can I swatch Evergreen? Let's see. Let me go ahead and put you up here. And this one is an emerald shimmer. And then the last one is Woodland, and let's put you here. And that's a reddish cocoa matte. All right, and here are the shades from the Fairy Tale Forest. Those are some pretty shades. Now I have to say that the metallic shades that are more in the center is a little bit more glittery, whereas the metallic shades in the bottom row is more metallic-y, shimmery, smoothing. But it's still very pretty. I mean, you could use these as inner corner or shadow topper. But all right, let's get playing. So let me go ahead and prime my eyes. On this one, I'll be using the Laura Mercier eye primer. Actually, it's called the Eye Basics Primer, and it costs $28, and I've been trying to find it online, and it seems like that they're out of stock everywhere. I don't know if she's discontinuing this or reformulating it like a lot of these other brands are doing. But I did find this in Nordstrom, and they had it there in the store. It's in stock, and I've been looking for a different eye primer than the one by Hourglass. Love that one. But I just wanted something with more color, and I thought I could find it in this one. It's in the shade Wheat. Let's see, there's 6 other shades, but 4 of them are sold out. 3 or 4 of them are sold out. Let me try to swatch you here. I am left-handed, so it's gonna be hard on this side. So this one is Wheat. So I'm gonna put you on this side. Now this one does come with a little doe foot applicator, whereas the one from Hourglass, the one that I've been using for, gosh, for over a year, maybe 2, it comes in a tube and you just squeeze it out. Now this one kind of dries down quickly, which is nice. The one by Hourglass, you kind of have to sit there to let it dry. Now the other eye primer that I'll be using on this side is by Fenty Beauty, and it's the Pro Filter Amplifying Primer. This one's also a doe foot applicator, and it's a little bit, I guess, lighter than the one by Laura Mercier. So let me show you what the doe foot applicator looks like with the Fenty Beauty. Kind of looks like a end of a Q-tip, actually. Let me show you the one by Laura Mercier. This one's just your typical slanted doe foot applicator. Now this one's a little bit more, I guess, liquidy. Now I hope you can see the different colors. This one's more my skin tone, whereas this one's a little bit lighter and kind of brighter. So again, Laura Mercier, Fenty Beauty. This one I do kind of have to wait a little bit for it to dry down because I don't want to use one of my good brushes, my goat hair brushes, on something that's still kind of wet. All right, now let's see. What type of an eye look should I use? Are y'all screaming, use green, use bronze, use gold, use the plum shade? So many decisions here, huh? Okay, let me go with the emerald shades. Let me go for a green look. So let's go in with this shade Fog. This one's going to be a cool tone, so I hope it will be okay on my skin tone. But wow, look at the pigmentation there. All right, so I want you to see that shade on the 2 eye primers. I think the one by Fenty Beauty just kind of brings out the color a little bit more than the one by Laura Mercier. Could be also that, you know, I am left-handed, so I do go a little heavy-handed on this side, because it's kind of awkward for me. And let me go ahead and add some more on this side. Yeah, this one does kind of, you know, amplify the shade, as the name entails, I guess. Let me go in with this shade Oak. Yes, this one's Oak. Just kind of blend that line out on top. Let me deepen up the outer corner with this shade Woodland. That's a pretty shade. Very pigmented, and they blend out very nicely. Now let's go into this shade Evergreen. Let me try using my finger. Oh yeah, that brings the evergreen out. Now let's go in with this shade Wind and put you in the inner corner. Again, let me use my finger. Use those 2 shades together. And just for kicks, since I wanted to try to butcher this name again, this shade, which is Como Ribi, I'm gonna have to Google that and see what that means. And let's put you in the inner corner again, just kind of brighten that up, and let's go ahead and just kind of tap it on the lids there. Kind of brighten up that look. Did it do anything? Yeah, I think so. And then going back in with the first brush and just kind of blend everything out. All right, I think that's all I'm gonna do, and I want you to see the difference with the eye primers. This one by Laura Mercier, it is kind of subtle, but it does looks like my skin tone, whereas this one, it does, you know, kind of amplifies the shades. And also, I've been noticing that the one by Laura Mercier, it does crease up during the day. So I can tell you right now, not my favorite primer. But this one by Fenty Beauty, Really do like it. Really do like how it amplifies, you know, kind of makes those colors stand out. I don't see any creasing with it whatsoever. Just kind of wish the shade could be, you know, more my skin tone. I don't know if you could see the color underneath my brows where this one looks, you know, more like my skin. This one has a little bit more brighter effect to it. But anywho, let's move on to concealer. And I didn't see any fallout with the eyeshadows. Okay, maybe a little bit. But I think it's just from the beauty wipe that I'm using because I use it to wipe my fingers. I didn't want to get a new one. Now let's color correct my eyes, and I haven't done it in a long time. And it's the new one by Huda Beauty. She just came out with it, and it's the Faux Filter Under Eye Color Corrector. There are 5 shades, kind of 5 shades of the orange corrector. Oranges does kind of cancel out the dark circles, some pigmentation, melasma spots on your skin. So she did it this way so there's a big range for skin tones. Because sometimes when you find, you know, a peach, it can be a little bit too dark, or like a peachy pink, which could be too light. Again, there are 5 shades, and this was in the shade Peach, which is the second one in. I did place an order for the third one in. I believe it's Mango, just to have a little bit of a deeper peach. And Mango, the one that I placed an order with, that's a deep pink orange for medium to tan skin tones. It hasn't come in yet, so we'll see. But I've been really liking this one, which is Peach, and that's a light pinky orange for light to medium skin tones. So this one does come with a doe foot applicator, like so. And here's what Peach looks like. So Huda does say that you can apply 3 dots to give you good coverage, or 1 to 2 dots to give you that kind of a thin layer. And that's what I like to do, especially my inner corner here. And then just a little wherever I see some discolorations, which is a lot. And this costs $30. Now I have to say this is a very kind of a thin formula. It's not thick, spreads very nicely, and I think that it does kind of cancels out my dark circles. There you go. Probably should not have put that one here so you can see the difference. And whatever is left over in my brush, I just kind of spread it to wherever I see those melasma spots there. But I like how she did it to where there's like 5 different shades of orange. I don't know if she'll be doing, you know, shades of green, shades of yellow for different type of concealing. But I'm glad she did the orange. Now this one I can see that it's more of a pinky peach, so I can't wait to see what Mango does. I hope it's not gonna be too much orange for me, but I do see that it is camouflaging my dark circles there. So I have been using this new concealer To Me by Givenchy, and it's a big long name. Let's see. The Prism Libra Skin Caring 24-Hour Hydrating plus Radiant plus Correcting Creamy Concealer. This one costs $37, and I have it in the shade, which is a long shade name or shade number, N385, which is tan to medium deep with neutral undertones. So here's what the doe foot applicator looks like in this concealer. And then here is N385. Oh my gosh, you know what? I forgot to put primer on. Oh my gosh, do this every time, every time. So before I put the Givenchy concealer, let me go ahead and put this primer. It's a new one by Chanel, and it's the Perfecting Makeup Primer Mattifying Moisturizing. So it's a mattifying primer. Now I've only used this once. It does come in a white cream. We just use this so I don't waste it. It did show up in the Nordstrom website, but I think they took it down because I don't think it was supposed to be for sale yet. And it smells so good, that Chanel scent. And of course I'm gonna be putting it over the Corrector by Huda Beauty. So this is the second time I've used this primer, and so far I do see kind of mattifying. It's a lot better than the one that I've been using by Chantecaille, and I've been trying to hurry up to finish that because it's not my favorite mattifying primer. It smells really bad. This one by Chanel smells really good. Okay, let me just kind of touch up what I just did here. Can't believe I did that. So now let me go ahead and apply this concealer by Givenchy. Now I also placed an order for kind of a lighter concealer from Givenchy, because this one's more like my skin tone, which isn't bad, and it's good for the summertime, but I think more, you know, when we're heading into fall and winter, it's going to be a little dark. It's a revolutionary hydrating 24-hour wear concealer formulated with 95% natural origin ingredients that conceals, corrects, and cares for the skin. So this one's a medium coverage concealer, and it does have a radiant finish to it. And I've been using this now for a couple weeks, and it's really nice. It's not creasing up in my wrinkles, not too bad at least, because I do have the wrinkles. I have the bags underneath my eyes, but it's not drying and it's not cakey. Now let's go to this foundation. It's new to me. Again, I don't know when this was released, maybe a couple months ago, I want to say. But this is by Mercier, and it's the Real Flawless Weightless Perfecting Foundation. What is it with all these long names? You do get 1 ounce of foundation in here, and this costs $48. It has a nice bottle to it. It's kind of an oval shape instead of your round or tube or whatnot. And it does have a pump. Now this one's in the shade 4N2T, which is a medium with neutral undertones. And you can see it's not runny, but it's not thick. Now I have noticed that I need to use like a pump and a half for my face. And I do like this color T. I think it's a very, very good match for me. Again, I've been using this one for almost 2 weeks now, and I've been really liking it. All right, so here is the side with the foundation and no foundation on this side. You can see that it's a pretty good match. So this is a weightless foundation that blurs the line between makeup and skin with medium buildable coverage and up to 12 hours of fade-proof wear. So this one is more of a natural finish, medium coverage, and you can build on it. Now, I don't know about the 12-hour wear. I kind of see it kind of break apart around the 6 to 8 hour mark. But when I wear different primers, I notice that it stays on a little bit more. I can't remember if I used the Chanel primer the one time that I tried it before this time, if I used it with this foundation. I can't remember. I can remember something that happened 20 years ago, but I can't remember what I did 20 hours ago. Oh, and the concealer does say it's 24-hour wear. I'm not gonna wear it for 24 hours, but it does kind of last by the time I take my makeup off. Blends out very nice. I love the color. It's not sinking in any pores. It's not giving me those, those white dots. It does dry down pretty good. It's not sinking in any, those fine lines that I have. It's not showing much texture, and I do like this color. Now let's try this eyebrow pencil from Hourglass. It's in the shade Dark Brunette, and I do like this kind of a fine tip, but it's flat on one side. Hope you can see that. And it also has a spoolie on the other side. I do need to get my brows done. I won't be able to go for another couple weeks, but there's Dark Brunette. Besides needing to do my brows, I also need to get Botox because it's getting a little low and you can see more of my crow's feet. But yeah, I'm not the best at doing brows. I think I'm just gonna zip through this real quick. And I don't know how I feel about this eye pencil from Hourglass. At first I kind of liked it, but again, I'm not the best at doing brows. So let me go ahead and go underneath my eyes here. Let's go into this shade Redwood. And then of course, place that underneath my eyes there. And then Woodland. Just place you in the outer corner there. Let me go ahead and do eyeliner and mascara since I pretty much don't have anything new. And then I'll do my hair and we'll come back and finish off this look. Before I finish this look off, I want to let you know that I did wash everything off my arm. This is what's left, and it's the Fenty Beauty Eye Primer. I mean, that thing is staying on. And let me come up close so you can see the foundation before I put any more powder on it, and the concealer and the eye look up close. So here's the foundation. It does have a natural finish to it. It's not sinking in any pores or fine lines, and I've had this on now for I think about 20 minutes, and it's looking very pretty. Love the shade, and love how it's sitting on my skin. It's not too heavy. And then you can see the concealer. Now I do have the bags underneath my eyes. Nothing will, prevent that or hide that, but it's not settling in my wrinkles using 2 concealers. So it's not bad, like the color. And then here's the eye look. Hope you can see that this side, it's not as vibrant as the one on this side by Fenty Beauty. Hope you can see a little bit better if I'm looking down. For bronzer, let's go into this face palette by Sydney Grace. This is the Luminous Light face palette, and I did get it in the shade Deep. I also got it in shade Medium, but let's go into shade Deep first. Oh, it does have cardboard packaging, magnetic closure with the mirror, and here is the face palette. You do get a highlighter, 2 blushes, 1 matte, which is this one, and 1 luminous, and a bronzer. So here's the highlighter, the 2 blushes, and the bronzer. So I'll be using the bronzer for this look, and the highlighter. That looks really pretty. I haven't used this one yet, so I don't know how this will look, but it is Sydney Grace. Oh wow, that is pigmented. I probably should not have gotten that much on the brush. Wow, okay. That's looking very nice on my skin. Let me just kind of blend it out some more. Some on my forehead here. Okay, so this side has bronzer, this side doesn't. Maybe a little bit more on my forehead there. But wow. Okay, let me not go that heavy on this side. I'm all bronzed up here. And whenever I apply any powder products on this foundation by Laura Mercier, it's not moving. It's not making the products look too powdery on my face. So I'm kind of really liking this foundation. Now let's go to blush. And I haven't tried this one either. This is by Haus by Lady Gaga. And let me look at the name here. The Color Fused Talc-Free Powder Blush with Fermented Amica. This is the new one that she came out with. It's limited edition and it's lavender blonde. So here's what the compact looks like. It has that mirrored finish there where you can see everything and of course my fingerprints. And I do like how it's kind of indented right there, very heavy. And here is the back. Gives you the color of the shade. And then you open it up and here is lavender blonde. Do like that embossing there with H, kind of like for Heba. But we know that's not what it means. But here is what this blush looks like. Ooh, that's pretty. So this one is a light pink purple. Can't remember if I mentioned the price, but this one costs $38 and it is limited edition. But it still says it's available on Sephora. So let's see how this purpley blush will look on my skin. Oh, that's another pretty blush. I've been on a blush kick lately. Oh, that's really pretty. That's kind of like bright, kind of brightening a little bit. It's not looking powdery. Ooh, I do like the shade. Because I was a little worried with it being a purpley pink that it would make me look like I have a bruise on my face. But that's pretty. I've been really liking the blushes that I've gotten lately. The one by RMS Beauty, the Charlotte Tilbury matte wands. So far this one, I really do like the color. Now it does look like it's a matte finish. Kind of looks like my skin here. I don't see much of a shimmer to it. Maybe just a tad, no. I think it's more of a matte finish. But the blushes that I've been getting, I've been really liking, except for that one that I know y'all are probably tired of me saying it. The ones by Dior, the Backstage blushes, not my favorite, and I did return those. Because there's no reason for me to keep them, and there's no reason for me to give out products that doesn't work. Now let's add a little bit of this highlighter. I mean, just a little bit because it's got some bling to it. And if you know Sydney Grace, they know what they're doing. All right, now let me just kind of powder my face. I don't have a new powder, so I'll be using the one by Hourglass. Just kind of set my T-zone and set underneath my eyes. For lips, let's go into this one by Clarins. It's the Lip Comfort Oil Shimmer. I do have it in 2 shades. I wonder which one will work. Let's try this one, which is 03, but I'll swatch both of them for you. Maybe I'll apply both of them too so you can see how it looks. So this one's 03 and 06. Now these do have a shimmer to it, and I thought this was the, I guess the popular Clarins lip oil, but I messed up. I got the ones with the shimmer. It's not my favorite because you can kind of feel the shimmer on your lips. That didn't sound right, did it? You can kind of feel the shimmer particles on your lips. So let's try the peachy one. Okay. So this one's the peachy shade. I guess this one would be good with this look. Oh, you know what? I think I kind of like this one with it. You can kind of see that it is shimmery and you can feel, you know, that grit on your lips. Not a good feeling. But I do like that lip oil. It's very comforting on the lips, very hydrating on the lips. I just don't like the shimmer particles there. But honestly, I think this peachy shade works very nice with this look. All right, let's take this off and try 03, this berry one. If it doesn't work out, we can just switch over. Okay, and here's 03. This one's not bad either, but I think I like the peachy one better. Let me go ahead and take this one off and put that one back on. But at least you can kind of see both shades on my lips. And I think I do need a lip liner with this shade. Now we're just gonna, you know, do without. Now you do need to be careful if you put too much, it is kind of thick on your lips. I don't know if it's because of the shimmer formula, but I do need to try the regular lip oils from Clarins, not the shimmer lip oil. Here's the finished look with these products. What do you think, guys? Let me let you know what I think. I do like the eyeshadow palette. It's very pigmented, has very pretty shades. You know, the Fairy Tale Forest shades. And you can make many looks with this palette. And it's not big, it's not cumbersome. You could take it with you to travel. That way you can have, you know, several looks with your on vacation. Do you like the metallic shades? It's really capturing the light. And that emerald shade, very pretty. And the matte shades just blend it on. Very creamy, very pigmented. So again, thank you so much for sending me this palette. You know who you are. This is a beautiful palette. I mean, love this look, that emerald green. I can't wait to try other colors from this palette. Now the eye primers, not a big fan of the one by Laura Mercier. You can already kind of see it fading right there, especially where the matte is touching the metallic. The one by Fenty Beauty, the colors are still looking nice and I don't see any creasing. This one, it just already starting to crease and it kind of looks a little oily too. I don't know, because when you apply it on, it kind of dries down quick. Maybe that's why they're discontinuing it or you can't find it anywhere. I mean, I don't know if they're discontinuing it, but can't find it in a lot of places. But yeah, I'm not a big fan of the Laura Mercier eye primer. Do like the Fenty Beauty one though. And the eyebrow pencil, I think it's just me. I'm not very good with applying eyebrows, I know. I think the color's okay, it's not too dark, it's not too light, but it's just me. It's just me. The matte primer by Chanel, even though I've only tried it a couple times, it's very pretty. And I can't remember again if I use it with this Laura Mercier foundation. But again, I'll still play with it and let you know. But so far, so good. And the foundation, really do like this foundation. Been trying it now for a while with different primers. Very pretty. Love the shade. Love how it looks on my skin. It's not too heavy. I don't feel it, you know, heavy when I'm walking outside or hot when I'm walking outside. Just around the 6 to 8 hour mark, it does kind of, you know, break apart. But I guess it depends on the primers that I use. But so far, loving this foundation. The face palette, I've only used it once, but it's Sydney Grace. I mean, it does have pretty shades. And that blush by Haus Labs, very pretty. Lip oils, I could probably do without with those. I mean, it does kind of keep your lips moist, but I just don't like that gritty feeling. And if you kind of over apply, it is kind of thick. And I think that is it that I've tried. Oh, the concealers. Love the concealers. Love the Corrector from Huda Beauty and the Givenchy concealer. I think that's it, right? I think that's it. Yeah. Alright, you guys, I hope you enjoyed this video of me trying on these products. If you liked it, enjoyed it, please give me a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button so you can see more videos like this. And you all have a wonderful, wonderful day, and I'll see you next time. Bye.